Hey everyone, Fire here. Today we're going to be discussing the profitability of Grand Design expedition farming. Yesterday on stream, I ran 100 expedition encounters in maps using the Grand Design pack size farming strategy. Once I was done with these maps, I then went and gambled at Tujen and Danig in order to cash in the artifacts that I had earned, and overall the farm from start to finish took just under 5 hours. Including the cost of the reroll currencies that I used at Danig and Tujen, overall this entire farm cost me 2,254 Chaos Orbs over the 100 maps. In total, I dropped 8,677 Chaos Orbs worth of loot for a total profit of 6,423 Chaos Orbs. This comes out to just under 37 Divines. This can be better expressed as having profited around 64 Chaos Orbs per map, or around 7.5 Divines per hour. If you want to see a breakdown of the profit and loss for each part of this activity, you can see in the document that there is a section dedicated just to the maps, just to Danig, and just to Tujen. When you factor in the extra currency you can earn from Danig and Tujen, this strategy ends up being considerably better than Alch and Go. While my optimized Alch and Go farm has devalued to around 40 Chaos Orbs per map at the moment, this is clearly about 50% better, and it requires roughly around the same amount of time per map. One of the biggest advantages of this strategy is that it's still fairly low maintenance compared to a lot of the other strategies out there at the moment. You can buy all of the scarabs for an entire day worth of farming in just 2 trades. You can just go into the trade site, into the bulk section, and buy all of the scarabs. A lot of other strategies require you to constantly go onto TFT to replenish like your life force or your compasses, for example, and they also require a lot more maintenance between maps where you're constantly reapplying compasses or rolling maps and things along those lines. One of the biggest disadvantages of this strategy, however, is that if you aren't very competent at Tujen and Danig gambling, then this strategy ends up being devalued to around being just as good as Alch and Go, at which point you should probably just do Alch and Go farming and avoid spending the extra effort to do this. I'd recommend this strategy to pretty much everyone. This is a strat that isn't going to get devalued anytime soon. There are always very high demand for logbooks, there are always a healthy supply of gilded expedition scarabs, and even if there aren't and they go up in price, you can always do polished expedition scarabs and make a very similar amount of money. Expedition is just a great mechanic, and it's tied into some pretty core parts of the economy, such that no matter what happens, no matter how much demand there is to be doing expedition, it's always going to be one of the most profitable mechanics in the game. If you want to do this strategy as well, all you need to know is to set your map favor slots to be 11 mesas and 1 forking river. Spam as much mesa as you can. You should be able to infinitely sustain it. However, if you run out, just run a few forking rivers until you build your mesas back up. You're going to be using orbs of alchemy or binding on all your maps. You're going to be using cartographer's chisels, but you're not going to be using Val orbs unless your build absolutely can handle even bricked modifiers. You're not using any compasses. The only fragments you're using are gilded expedition scarabs and polished cartography scarabs. You're going to be using the Essence Kirak mod in the map device. Your influence type is going to be set to the Searing Exarch. You're not going to be doing master missions, and then the Atlas tree is simply this on the screen over here, although a link to it is provided in my spreadsheet. The main purpose of this Atlas tree is to take all the stuff that buffs Eldritch Altars, Essences, and Expedition, and then uses all of the remaining points to just get cheap access to notables, such as over here. Although we do not use Einhar at all, this is a very point-efficient way to get as many notables in order to benefit as much as possible from the Grand Design Keystone. As you can see over here, we're getting an extra 41% pack size from every map we run due to this Atlas tree. If you like this video, give it a like, comment, or subscribe, and I will see you boys next time.